So last summer I skated 44 miles. This summer we're gonna try to beat that 44 miles, but I'm gonna do a little bit more planning because last summer I just went and had my wife pick me up. This summer we're gonna try to do a loop and come back a little bit closer to home, so if she does have to pick me up, it's not quite as far. Now because I wanna plan, today we're gonna find out if Komoot, which many of you may have used, Komoot is the first time I've used for route planning because I usually don't plan a route. But I'm gonna use Komoot today and see if Komoot is useful to inline skaters, because I do obviously wanna primarily be on paved surfaces, and I think Komoot has the ability to tell you what kind of surfaces the path will have. So let's go explore it, learn it together. If you have experience with Komoot and tips, things I mess up today, then put them in the comments because I would really appreciate that. And then tomorrow, we're gonna get off on this adventure skate and we'll show you whether or not I beat my 44 miles. Now there are a ton of tutorials out on the internet about Komoot, and so we're not going to do that. We're going to snap to the skate really quickly here. But the thing that I want to remind you, if you're an inline skater, because that's what we're focused on here, is Komoot is a very cycling-oriented app. I love the fact that you can either type in a starting and ending address, like you can see the A and the B here. A is my house, B is the Lowry Beer Garden. But it's always going to find the fastest bike lane route to it. And for us as inline skaters, that's not always what we want. For instance, the starting route, first of all, it's only 23 miles, and I told you I wanted to skate 50, but you can see cycleways there. 15.5 miles of it is on road cycleways, and I want it mostly on bike paths, because I know I can get there in the Denver metro area. We've got great bike paths. Also, look, it'll show me what percentage of it is unpaved or how many miles. I don't want 1.5 miles of unpaved surfaces. So all of that we can correct by just simply moving around our route, by dragging that blue line in a variety of directions until it goes on the route that we want. So this is what I ended up with, starting at my house A and going to the Lowry Beer Garden B. Great place to end up, wouldn't you say? And right now it looks like I only have 0.37 miles of unpaved surface. And if you click on the unpaved surface icon on the left, it'll jump from each area that's unpaved and show you where it is in white so that you can plan for it. And I'll show you once we get out on the path. I don't think it's going to be any big deal. So let's get going. As I kind of pointed out yesterday, I'm using Komoot. So the app on the phone lets me look at the routes that I've figured out, and we're gonna start navigation. We'll see. Maybe it'll give me turn-by-turn directions in my headphones. Alright, well, I'm running across the first bummer with Komoot. It seems to be requiring me to purchase a regional map, at least one regional map. There are some free, you get one free regional map, but it won't let me continue without even doing that. So let's say I choose Adams County. Oh, so it did let me start with the first free map, so I didn't have to purchase one, and assuming I have cellular the whole way, I'll let you know if it works. That wooden bridge was one of the segments that Komoot said was not asphalt or concrete, so it picks up minor details. I guess you can just ignore the little ones like that. It's Saturday, it's gonna be busy today. We just passed another one of those sections that was supposed to be gravel. It's just with Komoot, when you're zoomed out too much, you can't see other tiny alternative paths like that one. So it's not a big deal. If you see a short section that says unpaved, it's likely that there's just an alternative route that they've ignored. Plus, if that couple hundred feet was all there was, of course we could skate across it, no big deal. We're almost to the start of the one kind of big hill on the route today. Probably 2 or 3 miles long, pretty gradual, but you'll see me panting here in a minute. made it to the top.
Now we're about 10 miles in here. Look how fresh I look. Look how optimistic. Oh, to know how shattered I am by the end of this experience. But we're on familiar roads here, so I know where I'm going. I've been here before. I'm having a great time. And from here it's just a matter of getting on the Little Dry Creek Trail, which will take me to the Platte Trail and will take me downtown Denver.
Muddy. Jeez. I don't know about you, but I never go barreling into those blind underpasses. I can't see oncoming people, but I also, like that, it was muddy. That's unusual. Usually it's filled with water. I don't want to go plowing into foot-high water. Hey look, there's the Clear Creek. You guys know I believe in a complete YouTube immersive experience, so I'm trying to figure out a way that you guys can smell the hideous smells that I'm smelling right now.
So as I approached Denver, I decided I was going to stop in the Denver skate park. Not to do much, but just to really check it out because I had never been there before. I don't get downtown very much, and the Denver skate park looks really cool online.
I think we're almost to the Denver skate park. Kamoot's telling me to look for a left.
Yep, and as expected, it is pretty darn awesome. I'm not a great skate park skater, but I sure do like it, and it has lots of whoops and other challenges, and some pretty easy entries to bowls.
That was fun.
So I didn't spend much time there. I just kept moving on. And I decided I was going to stop at REI for Starbucks, take a little break. I think we're about 21 miles at this point.
Okay, so this is the first thing Komoot made me do that I don't really like. Other than that, Komoot's been pretty good.
So after about a 10-minute break, I continued down the Cherry Creek Trail, which is really busy on a Saturday morning, but is also pretty fun because there's a lot to see.
I gotta go back. I gotta show you guys this sign. Let's go back and look at this sign. I've never seen this before. Check this out. Rollerblading sign.
my headphones had died at this point, but if I put the phone in the top of my backpack, I could still hear the directions.
You know, we're right about 30 miles, and at 30 miles I'm feeling better than I thought I would. Trying not to turn on the gas, trying to back off a little bit, because I know another 10-15 miles it's gonna get harder. Gotta find a place to sit down and rotate my wheels, because I don't want to ruin a pair of wheels by running 50 miles on just one side, so gotta keep rotating. Yeah, I've done a lot of distance in my life. In high school and college I ran, and in my 30s and 40s I did a lot of bike racing. And I'll tell you that distance inline skating is different than the others. I mean, it's the same challenge, but the problem with distance inline skating is when your legs get really tired, they get shaky, and you don't have mechanical brakes. It's not like biking and running where if you get to a certain place, you can just essentially bonk and zone out on the way in and suffer, yes. But here, because your legs are required to stop, you gotta be a little careful. So I'm gonna watch that on this, make sure I don't go too far. It's kind of like if you're a skier or a snowboarder, you know what I mean. Get to the end of the day, your legs get rubbery and then it gets a little dangerous. Same thing. This is the end of the Cherry Creek Trail for us. Now we're heading on the Highline Canal. There's the golf course. And I remember from the map, you make a loop around the bottom of the golf course. I will tell you that one of the things I haven't figured out with Komoot is it's certainly, I kind of like that over the earpiece it doesn't tell you how far you've gone. That's kind of nice. But I haven't even found where I can check on the phone. The Highline Canal Trail is older, definitely earning it more here. It's not as smooth. Well, with the detour, I should definitely get over the 50-mile mark if I finish. And I gotta tell you, I'm a little excited to get off pass because just need a little change of pace. All right, we are back on the path. So when Kamoot says the surface is paved, obviously they're not talking about the quality of it, and if you were on a bike, you wouldn't care at all about this. But really, honestly, can't complain. It's been absolutely fine. I'm gonna start trying to save some energy though, in case it gets worse. Crap, I didn't hear which way she said, and there's 3 paths. Let's see if I can figure it out from this map. Alright, I think I'm getting a little tired and a little bit punchy. This is called the Highline Canal Trail. Right over there is a body of water, which I bet is the Highline Canal. Should probably stay on the path that goes next to that. On we go! I'm trying to hear Komoot in my backpack because my headphones died again. Yeah, legs are getting tired. We just crossed Alameda and Chambers, so if that means anything to Denver area people, this is exactly what you want to see when your legs are really tired. There's going to be a lot of drag stopping. the wrong way. I'm gonna have to go back up that 10% grade, I'll bet you. Let me see. Alright, we gotta go back up that 10% grade.
You probably noticed the 10% grade was not very long, but at this point, at 40 miles, I was really feeling it. You can see it on my face.
Oh, that wasn't bad. Those were decent crossovers.
It's going to be a sufferfest from here on out.
Sixth Avenue the whole way from here.
I knew this last little straight stretch along this busy 6th Avenue road all the way to the brewery was going to be the worst part of the whole trip, but it didn't seem that long when I was planning it. But at this point, I'm just absolutely fried and not wanting to be around all this traffic. Yeah, you were noticing a lot of hands on knees there at the end. I survived, but just barely.
I'm gonna be blunt, I'm a bit shattered. I've been doing an awful lot of this every time there's a downhill. Except for without the camera, I get both hands on the knees. It feels better. Oh, shattered. Oh my goodness, I can see the airplane at the Air and Space Museum. Which means the beer garden is right next door.
But as far as Komoot goes, it was pretty good. I did get one last disappointment here at the end, which is it didn't have the ability to export my mileage to my normal apps like Map My Ride, and I found that a bit frustrating. But other than that, it's great.
Alright, well, we made it to the beer garden. I am completely shattered, have nothing left. I'll be honest, I've thought about skating home after the beer garden. That's not gonna happen, so till next time, see ya. It's hitting me a bit harder than I thought. My wife's having to go get food because I gotta sit down. I'm really tired. So longer skates are out at the moment, but this one was pretty fun.
Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please click like and subscribe and check me out on Instagram at Passive Aggressive Skater.